Hey guys, I'm Kim, and this is Little Man Cave on the Prairie. And today, I'm going to show you our new stereo. So, let's give her a look. We're getting ready for a trip back in June, and we decided that we wanted something that was going to give us our GPS and our Bluetooth on here. So we went and picked up just this little thing from Amazon. It cost like $60 or something like that. It took a lot to get this thing going. Rob had to make this special plate for around here. The volume button didn't work, like didn't pass the little plastic case that was on here, like the faceplate. So he had to Dremel out little spots for the aux cord and for the volume button here. Otherwise it wasn't going to move. Like, he had to really get in there. He did a really good job. Also, because we also lost our ashtray and our 12-volt thing here. So that kind of put a little damper into things. But a little bit about our stereo here. So I got the stereo off of Amazon. It cost about $60. Okay, fair enough. I had to do all the wiring, so instead of trying to go with the old wiring that was to all the stereo pieces and stuff, I just decided to run new wires. So I ran all new wires behind here, and it was kind of nice because I was able to come in, mind the dirt, I was able to come in and go all underneath here, through here, and all up underneath the carpet. Look at the dog hair leaves from the trail. So she's Bluetooth. We can run our phones and everything. We've got a little SD card here for our maps and whatnot that we want to put in. It does pretty well for a $60 little rig. When I did all of this, I wanted to put everything to its own little toggle. So of course the stereo runs on its own. But I wanted to get all the light bar and the stereo. And because when we lost our radio, our cigarette lighter and ashtray from here, we run a lot of 12-volt stuff. So we have these two coolers, and the two 12-volt coolers. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I put a 12-volt adapter there and another one right there, as you can see, to charge our stuff. But the 12-volt coolers go really nice just back in here. They fit really nice, and we're able to do whatever, we charge the drones and whatnot back here. So that left a lot of little space. But I had the toggles, which are green, and I wanted to put those on and make sure that they run to their own thing. That way I don't have to worry about when the light bar is running. But the coolest thing is the light pods. So we'll show you those a little bit later. So when I ran the wires, I ran them all underneath here. I also had to run them in from the firewall, a lot of them. So you can see for the light bar, there's that one, and there's a whole bunch of wires all in behind there. But when I ran the speakers, let's see if we can get this off, or up at least. When I ran the speaker wires, I ran them all under here. And they go all the way back. Let's see. I taped them all in as well. They are all underneath here so that the dogs wouldn't wreck them or anything like that. And you can see how they all come up and look really good in there. Like I said, mind the dog hair and the bark, tree stuff. So when I did the stereo and I did the light pods and the 12 volts and stuff like that, I wanted to add in an extra little fuse box there. I know that it's not 100% waterproof at this point, but that's fine for now. We don't get up that high in water, but this way I could run it all through the firewall and not worry about it. Like there's the relay for the lights, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't messing around with the fuse box under the hood there, trying to figure out where I can use like new fuses and whatnot. So this seemed to be a lot better of a solution for what I needed. As you can see, it's pretty full already. I am going to be adding in, there are a couple more just wires hanging around. I am going to be adding in a couple 12 volts up here too, I think in here, or even in here might be better, but I just want to be able to have more 12 volts up front, because those ones back there are just for the coolers or the drone or whatever. But up here it would be nice and handy to be able to have our phones plugged into here, and like there is a USB port on the stereo. So I did want a couple more options up front here. When I did the fuse box here, I put my wires in accordingly. So if I was using, if I knew that I wanted to use the 12 volt coolers in the back, then I knew that I was going to have like a little bit of a heavier gauge to be able to handle that. But then I've got things like the light bar obviously has the bigger wires in here, like the biggest wires going to this. It seems like we might have to upgrade the alternator just to be able to keep up with all the extra power stuff that we've got going on here. We would like to be able to put in a couple more light pods into the bottom here. There are a few. We will show you in the dark so you can really see them. They look really nice. So when I did stereo, I also grabbed a couple little speakers. I think they're only like 25 watt little speakers, but when we got them, we got the front ones. And even though it didn't come with it, I did add in the speakers in the back as well, so that we get a little bit more sound. I would like to be able to see more, but I like my music loud, and that's a good thing. So this is the little stereo. It links to our phones. Let's see what else we can go home. And we've got our FM, but of course, I'm sure most people know, unless you're living in a big city, you're not getting anything on these little trackers. Obviously for our music, I have never tried the movie or the photo or anything like that, but I would like to be able to figure it out here pretty soon. And our Bluetooth, this is for the backup cam. The stereo did come with a backup cam. We do not have a hooked back up yet, just simply because it's a little bit to figure out with that roll cage on the back. We can also we can change colors. It did come with a steering wheel thing, but as everybody knows, these little steering wheels are they get ripped out of your hand, and the last thing I need is to have something on the inside here so that it's harder for me to grab onto, or Rob to grab onto, because I don't really drive it very often. I have my own. So it's dark enough now to be able to see the light pods. As you can see, we went with green. They lit up the ground really nice. We went with the green. We got the green toe straps to hold on the back tire. They lit up pretty good. So, like I said, I'd like to add a few more. I'd like to add one in the back here and another one in the back there. But they light up pretty good. And we got the light bar. That lights up everything. Yeah, we've got good clearance there and lots of light. So, and I'd also like to add in a couple more down in here too, like I find that it's just got one solid spot right here, and then, but it reflects really nice off the snow. Hi, big guys. How you doing? Oh, there she is. And the toggles are on, they're green. I'd like to add in a couple more in the back here with, like, instead of those are the USBs, but even the stereo lights up nice. We can also turn it off to double tap or something. And you can also make it just go dark. Everything lights up. That even that night, that light bar lights up everything really good. So there you go, guys. That's it for today. If you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, and catch you in the next one.